So now what are articles? Okay. Articles are the words, okay, which we use before a noun to introduce a noun. Okay. So there are only three articles. So only three words are there. One is a, one is an, and one is the. Clear? What are the three articles?
and, and.
The. Okay. Now when do we use them? So let's first understand a and an. So do you know what are vowel sounds and what are consonant sounds?
Yeah.
Okay. So a is used before the words which are consonant sounds. Okay. So tell me which are the five vowels?
I don't know.
Hmm?
I don't know.
Hmm? What five vowels do we have?
And oh
A, E.
no, E I O U.
Correct. Okay. So we use. Hmm? Sorry, you said something.
Y.
Y. Okay. So okay, you guys count Y also as a vowel. The letter Y is not a vowel. Okay. The sound of Y. Okay. When it replaces the sound of I, then it will have the vowel sound. Okay. But letter Y is not taken as part of a vowel. Okay. Only the sound sometimes will sound similar to the sound of I. Only then that sound is a vowel sound. Okay. So whenever a word starts with the vowel sound, okay, we use and before it. Okay. So you see the words over here. Can you read the words along with their articles?
A cat, a baseball, a hat, a trip, an apple, an orange, and an oven, an insect.
Okay. So here, if you see all the letters, okay, for which are preceded by a, are all consonants. Okay. C is a consonant, B is a consonant, H and T all are consonants, and they also have the consonant sounds in these words. Similarly, all the words which are preceded by N, and the first letter is a vowel like A, O, E, and I. Okay. Now there are certain rules, okay, which we can say like are exception to the rule. Okay. So let me explain that to you. One second. Let me just. So now you know that before a vowel, I mean before the word which starts with the vowel, I will put an. Correct? Like an elephant, an octopus, an igloo, an umbrella. But there are certain words which start with a consonant, like honest, okay, air, correct? R. So these words, okay, honest, R, air, they are starting with H, but we put and before it. Now, what is the reason we are using and before it? Because in all these words, the H is silent. Okay. So, what is the next word after H? It's O. Correct? In honest, it's O. In R, it's O. And in air, it's E. So, for these words, we will not be putting O, but we'll be putting an. So, whenever you see these words where the first letter is silent and we take the sound of the second letter, which if that second letter is a vowel, then you will be using and before it. Is this clear? When will you use and? Yes, Aryan. When will you use and? What is the exception?
Um, whenever you have And whenever you're explaining the person theme,
Okay, whenever the word, okay, though it starts with a consonant, but the consonant sound is silent. Okay, and the next sound is prominent, which is vowel. That's when you'll use an, like an honest man. Though the word starts with H, we are saying the sound of O, right? Honest, right? Then N R, because the word starts with H, but we are saying R. Then N air. Okay, so all these words where the H is silent, you will use and before it. Is this part clear? Hmm? Tell me.
no,
Any doubt?
no,
Okay.
yeah,
Now there is one.
yeah.
Yeah, tell me.
I have a little doubt.
Hmm.
How how is that how is that an exception of a vowel?
How is what vowel?
How how is I was like how is the vowel an exception? How could a vowel be an exception?
No, vowel is not an exception. The words, following words are exceptions. Okay, what are the words? Honest, are, air. You see here the words which I have colored in red on the screen. Saryan? Okay, so those words are exception. So though they are starting with letter H, okay, the sound is not of H. H is silent over there. So we are using the next sound, which is O and E. Right? In one two words it's O, in one word it's E. So that's why it is getting a vowel sound. So we are using and before it. Okay. Now, same way, there are certain words which start with a vowel, like university, unicorn, uniform. Okay. One. But though these words are starting with vowel, the sound they are using is not of a vowel. The sound is of a consonant. So when you say university, it has got sound of Y, right? Uniform has got sound of Y at the start. And similarly, unicorn also has sound of Y. So though it is U, we are not having the sound of U, right? So that's why we'll say a university, a unicorn, a uniform. Similarly, number one, okay, though it starts with O, it has got the sound of W, one, correct? So here also we will not be using and, we'll be using a. Clear?